Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
So let's start with the Dallas Mavericks. 50-32 last year. They were in the finals. Lost to Boston. Favorite move?
I know they brought in Klay Thompson, which is fine. I really like Najee Marshall. Like I think he's an underrated guy that can do a lot of what Derek Jones Jr. did for them, but potentially be a better shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that kind of uh, hurt them with Derek Jones Jr. was the lack of his shot, especially in that Boston series. So
Correct.
Najee Marshall, I think, gives them a little upside with that.
Yeah, I had him down as well. I really like that one. And I like the Quentin Grimes move. Again, young player. He's defensive. He can shoot at times. So I like that move. I just for the sake of this discussion, Klay Thompson, I put in there as well. He'll be fine. I wonder how we'll talk about it. I have concerns about it, but I do like it. Hey, space the floor. He's going to hit threes. Luka's going to find him open. That's all he needs to do. So that'll be fine. Not what he was
Yes.
defensively though. So that's why I had a hard time putting him in my favorite moves.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite move?
So I don't think they did anything that I'm not a Spencer Dinwiddie fan. He's kind of just rotated around the league. I don't even know if he's going to play much on this team. Um, but if he is, ugh. Outside of that though, I like the thinking of what they did for their team. I think the challenge will be how long of a rope Klay Thompson has if it doesn't look like he has it.
Yeah, and we're going to kind of talk about that too as well. But my least favorite, just losing Derek Jones Jr. Again, I think you're right. He was replaced fine with Marshall, but in Klay Thompson, kind of like, right, both of them are replacing him. The problem is that you can't have both Marshall and Thompson on the field at the same time. So you got to either hope that Thompson is on fire and he's playing adequate enough defense, or that Marshall can hit threes and he's playing good defense. Like you're kind of hoping for that. But Jones and PJ Washington really turned that team around last year. It was part of the reason why their defensive identity came. So just a little disappointing. Least favorite move, I should say, that they did lose Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Biggest question for the Dallas Mavericks.
So for me, it's their versatility, which sounds weird. And I'm mainly thinking of like the big man. Like Derek Lively is really good, but he kind of does one thing.
Yep.
And there's some highlights of him dribbling in the preseason and kind of doing some things, so that could help. But against the best of the best, their big men aren't overly versatile. Like Daniel Gafford is really good at rebounding and dunking. Derek Lively is really good at that, but none of them shoot. And then when you bring in Maxi Kleber to shoot, he's not great defensively. But outside of that, your PJ Washington's, your Najee Marshall now, Klay Thompson, if he has something left in the tank, like you have some versatility there. But I just worry like their big men kind of hold them back unless Derek Lively takes a step.
Yeah. So that's really good. Yeah, like Chem Lively become a little bit more than what he was last year. Do you think they'll go small with PJ Washington at the five? Do you think they'll try that and Marshall out there with Thompson and the two guards?
I do. I mean, there's matchups where that works. I just, like, I don't think you can do it against Oklahoma City,
Yeah,
or
correct. Yeah.
it didn't work against Boston. Like, there are teams I think it can work though, but you're running a fine line because a lot of the best teams, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Boston, are big teams.
Hmm.
And they're not. I mean, they have height, but Derek Lively is like 230 pounds, so there's
Yeah,
not a lot of beef there.
correct. Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, so yeah, that's That's going to be an interesting part. I do like, so this offseason kind of seemed like they chose offense over defense with some of the moves. And so I'm wondering if that'll pay off. Now, what I'm definitely thinking is if you try to close the game with Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, and Luka Doncic, to me, those are three liabilities defensively, correct? Like, none of them are great defenders. They might be average at best. So those are three people you can pick on. And so I'm just wondering if that will pay off in the playoffs where you kind of, like you need defense. Is it going to pay off in the end where people are hunting you all the time, putting you in switches? You can put Klay Thompson in it, Kyrie Irving, Luka, and I just don't know if that's going to pay off. So that's sort of my biggest question. Will the offense outweigh the defense in what they're hoping to do?
Yeah, they totally feel like if they get the right matchup, it works.
You're
And
right,
if they
correct.
don't get the right man, like this is totally, I feel is going to be a team that will either win or tank a game or two at the end to lock in a seed that they need.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah. Okay. Any other points for the Mavericks?
No,
Okay, let's predict. What do you at the Mavericks?
just because of Luca, I kept them as a contender.
Yeah. Also I did too, just for the, part of it's the respect from last year, what they accomplished. So I'm with you. Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.